The Legend of AKACHI'S Vengeance. Episode 2. This is the continuation of Episode 1. If you haven't seen Episode 1, check the previous video or link for it in the description box. With the raiders defeated, Yumuaro focused on rebuilding. Akachi, now a respected leader, guided the villagers in reconstructing their homes and restoring their way of life. The village, once again bustling with activity, began to heal from the scars of the past. The village elders convened a council to honor Akachi and discuss the future of Yumuaro. The council, held in a grand hut adorned with ancestral masks and symbols, recognized Akachi's bravery and wisdom. They entrusted him with greater responsibilities, ensuring the village's protection and prosperity. As peace returned to Yumuaro, rumors of a new threat began to surface. A neighboring village, envious of Yumuaro's resilience, plotted to undermine their stability. Akachi, always vigilant, began gathering intelligence and preparing his people for any potential danger. In the midst of these preparations, Akachi encountered a mysterious ally, Amara, a warrior from a distant land. Amara, dressed in exotic armor and carrying unique weapons, offered her assistance, sharing valuable insights about the impending threat. Her knowledge and skills proved invaluable to Akachi and the village. With Amara's help, Akachi devised a strategic plan to counter the new threat. The plan, involving intricate tactics and the use of the village's natural defenses, aimed to protect Yumuaro without provoking unnecessary conflict. The villagers, trusting in Akachi's leadership, prepared themselves for the challenge. To gain more information about the enemy's plans, Akachi and Amara undertook a daring espionage mission. Disguised in the attire of traveling traders, they infiltrated the neighboring village, gathering crucial intelligence while avoiding detection. Their mission provided valuable insights into the enemy's strategies and weaknesses. Armed with the intelligence they gathered, Akachi and Amara set up an ambush to thwart the enemy's initial attack. The ambush, executed with precision, caught the enemy off guard, dealing a significant blow to their morale and capabilities. The victory boosted the spirits of Yumuaro and reinforced their resolve. Following the ambush, Akachi attempted a diplomatic effort to resolve the conflict peacefully. He sent envoys to the neighboring village, offering terms of peace and cooperation. The envoys, dressed in ceremonial attire and bearing gifts, delivered Akachi's message, hoping to avert further bloodshed. The leaders of the neighboring village agreed to peace talks. Held in a neutral location, the meeting was marked by traditional ceremonies and rituals meant to foster trust. Akachi, representing Yumuaro, and the leaders of the neighboring village engaged in intense negotiations, seeking a resolution that would benefit both communities. Just as peace seemed within reach, a faction within the neighboring village betrayed the agreement, launching a surprise attack on the peace delegation. Akachi and Amara, though caught off guard, managed to defend themselves and escape. The betrayal shattered hopes of a peaceful resolution, and Yumuaro braced for further conflict. The neighboring village, emboldened by the betrayal, laid siege to Yumuaro. Akachi, using the strategic defenses he had prepared, led his people in a valiant defense of their home. The siege tested the limits of their endurance and resourcefulness, but the villagers, inspired by Akachi's leadership, held their ground. After weeks of siege, Akachi and Amara launched a daring counterattack. Using the element of surprise, they infiltrated the enemy camp at night, causing confusion and panic. The counterattack turned the tide of the conflict, and the enemy forces began to waver. The conflict culminated in a final, decisive battle. Both sides clashed with all their might, the air filled with the sounds of war cries and clashing weapons. Akachi, wielding the sacred spear, faced the enemy leader in a dramatic showdown. The battle's outcome would determine the fate of both villages. Through sheer determination and bravery, Akachi emerged victorious. The enemy leader fell, and the remaining enemy forces surrendered. The villagers of Yumuaro, though weary and battered, celebrated their hard-won victory. The sacred spear, once again a symbol of triumph, was revered by all. With the conflict over, Akachi focused on rebuilding and healing. The village held a grand celebration to honor the fallen and celebrate the return of peace. Traditional dances, music, and feasts marked the occasion, and the bonds of community were strengthened. Recognizing the need for unity, Akachi proposed a new alliance with the neighboring village. Through continued diplomacy and mutual respect, the two villages began to forge a partnership based on cooperation and shared prosperity. The alliance promised a brighter future for both communities. Amara, having played a crucial role in the victory, prepared to return to her homeland. She and Akachi exchanged heartfelt farewells, pledging eternal friendship. Amara's departure was marked by a ceremony celebrating her bravery and contributions to Yumuaro's success. As peace settled over Yumuaro, Akachi's legacy grew. He continued to lead with wisdom and courage, ensuring the village's prosperity and safety. Stories of his heroism were told and retold, becoming an integral part of the village's folklore and inspiring future generations. The sacred spear, a symbol of Akachi's leadership and the village's resilience, was enshrined in a special place within the village. It served as a constant reminder of the trials they had overcome and the unity that had brought them victory. Under Akachi's leadership, Yumuaro entered a new era of peace and prosperity. The village thrived, and the bonds of community grew stronger. Akachi's journey of vengeance had transformed into a legacy of resilience, unity, and hope for the future. Watch out for episode 3. Don't miss out. Subscribe now. See you in the next episode.